Welcome back, boys, to their eafc 24 content review on the channel. I'm Slater. In today's video, I'll review the brand new player of the month, James Maddison SBC, talk about whether he's good or bad value. I will also dive into the new Red-and-Blues Challenge SBC for a pack, tell you how to complete it, and we'll dive into all the content today, and I'll chat about the videos. If you want us to go straight to the pack, you can do that, or you can watch the Maddison review. I had so much fun playing eafc yesterday. 9.5 hour stream, just absolutely vibing out, enjoying the new game and all the madness of it. Played some draft, opened a ton of packs. Hopefully you boys are having a wonderful time too. There's just nothing better than that kind of new game vibe. And if you're new to the channel, I review the content every single day in eafc and tell you what's good or bad value based on my opinion. And with that being said, let's dive into James Maddison. Let's talk about the card, see if he's someone you should complete, and I'm going to give you my 2 cents on what I think this card will be as an opportunity for you in the game. So let's talk first about the stats. So he's 4-star, 4-star, high, medium work rates, cam, right, mid, center, mid. So great flexibility, 4-4, high, medium, really nice for a cam card. He is a cam in the sense that he doesn't have enough defending stats for you to be using him in the midfield as a box-to-box. He truly is someone who should be playing a little more forward. Now he has 70 sprint speed, right, which is very, very low. 80 acceleration, also low for an attacker in this game. He has well-rounded shooting stats for the most part. It's early in FIFA, so or not eafc. I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna make that mistake 1,000 times. 86 tag positioning, 80 finishing, 85 shot power. It's pretty well-rounded, right? The passing is also very well-rounded. There's not a flaw at this point in the game to have 89 vision, 88 short pass, 87 long pass. And then you're talking about 86 agility, 85 balance, 82 reactions, 89 ball control, 89 composure, and 88 dribbling. Also really well-rounded. 80 stamina and 73 aggression. Also key is that he has 5 playstyles, which are very valuable in this game. One of which is scoring. Set pieces are delivered with exceptional speed, curve, and accuracy. So if you're someone who is a dead ball specialist already, he will be a better player for you than most players in this game. He also has long ball pass, incisive pass, flare, and trivela on his card as well. So great place opportunities. Really nice for your dead ball specialist. And he has some things to like, but let's talk about like whether this card is good or bad value. The first thing I'll say is he's an 83 overall team that gets you a gold pack back and an 85 overall team that gets you a small gold player pack back. The packs are not really great, so you're not really looking at them as added value in the SBC. You have 29 days to complete him. Is he worth it? The first thing I would tell you is that I think a lot of people will organically complete this card because I think a lot of people's clubs have like 85s and 83 rated cards in them, pretty well stocked from doing all the foundation SBCs. They might open a pack at some point during the day and be like, hey, I got an 85 duplicate. I can't do De Bruyne. I'm just going to do James Maddison. So I think a lot of people just fall into doing this SBC. I don't think there's anything wrong with that on the front end. I just want to caution you because I don't think this card is worth an 85 overall team and an 83 overall team. Now, granted, you're a Leicester fan or you're an English national team fan or maybe just a James Maddison fan. I'm not going to tell you to not complete something, but let's talk about like the true value of the card, right? When you look at the card stats and the low pace, right? There's nothing really crazy. He's well-rounded, but there's nothing like phenomenal about his card. You have to think about the fact that if you go on Footbin right now and we go over to the SBC category, let's pop over here. If we go over here, right, he's a 37,000 coin card, right? And when you come onto this game right now with how cheap so many different options in this game are, and you look at just the sheer value of what 37,000 coins. Now, granted, it's you know, it's fodder versus coins, so it's not always a like-for-like comparison. But if we talk about 40,000 coin players that are available in this game right now, you know, I feel like you could really get some great value, especially, and this is one of the best cards in the game that no one's talking about, Club 80 Rolfo. I feel like you can really find some wonderful, wonderful cards that you could add to your team. Let's even look at some specials, right? You know, is Clint Dempsey like a sexy card, but he's 4-4, he's high-low work rates, he gets auto full chem in your team, he's got better pace splits, he's got very similar shooting, he does have worse passing and worse dribbling and better physicals. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't the card to me isn't bad value in the traditional sense of the fact that he is a player that you can add to your team that would, you know, have some value in the game. But when I just think of the opportunities or different players you could add to your team, especially the women in this game that are being incredibly undervalued everywhere on the pitch, I just feel like there are other opportunities that maybe you could look at. For example, Lavelle. Now, granted, harder to link for sure, but 4-4, high, medium, cam, good pace, good shooting, low shot power. You want to boost that with the chem style. Really nice passing stats and really well-rounded dribbling. I just think there are other cards that you could look at that would be cheap alternatives, right? Like this is a 12K card, probably even less than that, that you could add to your team that would do a great job, that wouldn't be James Maddison and wouldn't cost you a lot of fodder. And the other thing I would say too is that this SBC is out for 29 days. A lot of people do it right away because it's out. There's not a lot of content out right now, and you'll get a duplicate. But there might be a new SBC release tomorrow, and all of a sudden you're like, I could have used that fodder for that. So I would just say wait on this if you're even a fan of James Maddison or a fan of the card. Another card that I think is phenomenal that I personally can give you recommendation on is Fran Kirby. I used this card yesterday for a couple games. Absolutely brilliant. 4-4 as well. A little more, way more pace than James Maddison. One less shooting. Now, way less passing stats, to be fair, than James Maddison, but I didn't notice her having bad. I thought her passing was actually wonderful in the game with 88 dribbling. So, like, I thought this card was brilliant, and she's 3K. Right. So what I would say is if you're looking at James Maddison, I think that there are a lot of alternatives in this game that you could put into your team that you would get a very similar value out of that wouldn't cost you all the fodder associated to the card. But let's say you go ahead and you do want to do this card. I think 100% it is a Hunter Chemstyle, which I can find. Gives him that big boost in pace and sprint speed, which he does. This is the biggest issue on the card, right? 78 sprint speed. You're gonna get caught up to in a lot of long strides, but at least that acceleration will make him quick in that first movement. With really nice shooting stats. You know, at the end of the day, I don't think he's a bad card. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's like a terrible value SBC. It's 38K and 8385. You'll get that done in your sleep. I think what I'm saying is more, don't just do an SBC to do an SBC. You might honestly want that 85 overall team back in a day or two if a new SBC comes out and all of a sudden your club's depleted because you did James Maddison, and just a better option comes out very soon. So that's what I would say there. Then we have the Red-and-Blues SBC, which is a Prime Electrum pack. To get this SBC done, it's really simple. You just need a PSG player. Now, the key here is that you can only have 5 clubs. That doesn't mean that you're going to probably feel a little bit locked into doing a Ligue 1 squad, and maybe you have this club that is necessary to do a Ligue 1 squad. Don't be closed-minded in your approach. If you don't have enough in Ligue 1, but let's say your La Liga, your Premier League, or Bundesliga squads allow you to get this SBC done with just one PSG player, and then everything else is 4 clubs from a different league, go that route, right? I do think for a 75 overall team with 22 chemistry, that it is very worth it, though. I would totally do this SBC. A Prime Electrum pack, although not a home run of a pack, does have the ability to hit something big. For context, not this will happen to you or me ever again, I hit tradable Prime R9 from a Prime Electrum pack last year. So not saying that's going to happen to either of us, but I'm just saying that is a pack that does have the ability, and I hit a lot of specials from these last year, especially from the League SBCs. This is a pack worth completing, right? If you pass on yesterday's pack, the Reds, which is a 7.5K pack, I wouldn't mind that. I would not pass on this. I would get that done. So there's your content for today, boys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for the love on the first video. I'm back in the swing. Hopefully you guys can pop by tonight. SlaterAC in the description below will be live. I have not picked an Evo player yet. We have been hunting for the players that, to me, have stood out. There's only one card that I've really fallen in love with. The rest is all up to chance. So tonight we're going to go ahead and find our new Evo players and start our journey there. So if you guys want to pop by on the stream, SlaterAC on Twitch, would love to see you there. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you for one of these videos again tomorrow. Peace.